Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to another video. Today we'll be talking about CG Warrior of Light, Awakened Warrior of Light, whatever you want to call him. So, he didn't get any gold buffs, but he didn't need any. So, let's just try and get into it real quickly here. Not quickly, but you know what I mean. There's no comparisons or anything like that. And they didn't announce anything on the announcement, so I'm just going to assume that there's no buffs. But, if there are buffs for whatever reason, I'll edit them in the description or talk about it in the comment section or something. But I'm just taking this at face value. They didn't say that there was any gold buffs, so no gold buffs, but it's still fine. He didn't need any buffs. He's still super strong, so let's get into it. So his STMR is really what you want to get, but his TMR is not too bad. Does give him some defense and stuff like that, and also some HP only with him, and apparently his 4-star version as well. I didn't actually know that, but his STMR is what you really would like to have for him, because then you're allowed to make him more dodge. Plus his STMR is really insane anyways, insane in a certain way. Also gives him mitigate physical damage taken, so basically, if he dies and he comes back, he's gonna get this buff. And yes, he'll get overridden by stronger physical mitigation buffs, but in terms of being revived and everything like that, when he comes back, he'll have that buff back up again. And he can equip so many more things than other tanks in the game, that's for sure. And he has a lot of light resistance, that's for sure. A lot of light resistance. So, yeah. The main reason why you would want his STMR is because you can equip Locke's STMR. I know I'm mentioning a lot of STMRs here, guys, but this is just how I geared him on the JP side. He's really good at being a dodge tank with auto provoke with the Mog Charm or the jacket in the body slot. So you need his TMR or STMR equipped in order to get Light's Blessing, which makes him able to use his dual cast. Which honestly, I would have liked to have gotten a gold buff at least so he can use all of his abilities. But it's not the case, but you can work around it. The good thing is that he gets his latent abilities right away, which are pretty sure it's the auto cast rating hero return. Wait, never mind, I don't think that's it. I don't remember what it is anymore. It wasn't really that significant anyways. It was very little, I think, if I remember correctly anyways. So it's not that big of a deal. But what is nice is he gets the HP barrier pretty much every turn, because you can do that. And you can also provoke, which my main combo is usually doing the Guardian's Wall of Light and also the... where's the one at? Draw chance attack. Oh, right here. Vanguard's Glaive. That's the one. It's so farther upwards than what I thought it was. But yeah. Very nice. Doesn't actually have to use. I've almost never used his actual provoke because you can't dual cast it, of course. So I've never really used it that much. And of course, the HP barrier he's like the king of HP barriers. He has so many, including his Lump Burst, 3k HP barrier, and also that 250% defense buff, which is very nice. And he has all his cooldowns and things like that you can use. When you want to go into more serious mode, you definitely want to use None Can Extinguish the Light Within Us. That's when I usually go into like serious mode. Usually I use regular cover, but then there's sometimes when you need that extra cover. So his chaining is nice, but just keep in mind you can only single cast that, so it's not that good. It's alright though. And of course, Invincible Shield is very nice. And one of the biggest things that he has, if you are having a very bad friend unit for a trial or something, or just not having a lot of good stats, You definitely want to have obstructing defense on equipped to a unit. So basically how it works is you target, I mean it's kind of worded a lot better than the JB side, but basically you target your friend. Most likely you're going to be using this on your friend unit, because there really isn't anyone else you would want to use this on other than like maybe your magic tank or something. Most likely your friend units, you target your magic, target your friend, so they get the 70% mitigation and Wall gets the MP and the Universe cost. So it's kind of like a trade. I really like this ability the most. It doesn't get talked about that much, but I do like it because it's really useful for friends that aren't geared as well as you are. And he also has one of the other things that most people on Reddit are talking about, which I don't think is the best thing, but it does help out in certain situations, the healing. He has physical mitigation healing, but he also has the cure all stats ailments, which I've used a lot more than the other one, honestly. That has got me out of so many binds, guys, you have no idea. Like, oh my god, my whole team is stats affected. Oh, well, I guess Wall's just gonna cure it all, so then my healer can do something else. So it's really good, guys. Light's Remedy probably has to be one of the top 3 abilities that I've used so many times. And also Saint's Ward is very nice as well. If you haven't beaten Aigeon, like I haven't, it's embarrassing, but I haven't beat Aigeon yet, and that's just what I've used on the JB side. Saint's Ward, which is basically if you're basically just Bar Thundiga, what most people were using anyways, but it does give 1000 HP barrier on top of that, so, and Dark Resist. So actually, it's even better because you can block against those bullet punches or whatever they're called, the dark bullet punch things. It's very nice as well. So, anyways, I think we covered almost everything. He does have 80% draw chance, which is very nice. And he also has Petrify and Charm immunity, which is very nice as well. But you cannot ignore his TMR, STMR ability, guys. You really need that or else you don't get the dual cast. So it's kind of like just something you have to do. Something you have to do. And he has a lot of elemental resistances, so if you need him to be like the provoke tank for single target magic attacks, he's very good for that. Actually, he's probably one of the best for that because of all the innate resistances that he has and things like that, immune to charm and stuff. Yeah, so overall, he's very good. He does have full life, which I've also used very often. He does have full life, which I use quite often, and I use his Lone Burst very often as well. So his Lone Burst, his healing capabilities, the resistances, the HP barriers, all good. And this is the reason why I want to pull for him over the other tanks. Now, an argument can be made if you have Wall, I mean, if you have Galoof, you'll be fine, and that's very true because you can make him into a dodge tank very easily. So if you have Galoof, you don't need Wall. If you have Wilhelm, you have Seacart, you might want to consider going for Wall at this point. Seacart is still good, don't get me wrong, I've used him quite a bit myself, but his kit is starting to become really outdated and not really useful anymore. He basically when I use him, all I do is provoke, or guard, or cover. Like the rest of his kit is not really that good. So here's a checklist, or like one of those things, like a diagram of some kind. Do you have Galoof? Yes. Then you're good. Pass. You don't have Galoof? No. Then go for Wall. Honestly, I think that's the best situation. You can't really compare the other older tanks like Seacard or Wilhelm. And Lilith and Bash aren't really counting for anything because it's not really the same thing. They do different jobs, really. They're for different situations. And also, Demon Rain. As much as I like Demon Rain, he does not compare to CG Wall. Demon Rain, all he basically does is cover, or guard, or provoke, and the same thing as Wilhelm and Seacard, really, for me anyways. Unfortunately, Demon Rain, he really needs a rework at this point. He really needs a rework. He's kind of like in a wheelchair right now or something. Like, seriously, like, he needs some help. So where's the rework at, Gumi? I guess maybe next year. Maybe next year he'll get one, guys. Because I would be pretty hyped for that. That would be something I would be hyped about. Anyways, this is about Wall. Definitely thumbs up. Any else you get guaranteed one of him for 25k. So none of that nonsense with the Noctis banner. Now some have said this is only 25k because War of Light's not a Summon Fest unit. But I don't know if that's gonna matter because Darkfina was a Summon Fest unit on the JB side and she got the normal 25k. But at the same time you could say, oh, that's a story event. So let's go back to the 25k, whatever. Just stay this way, stay the 25k please. Don't go back to that nonsense where it's not guaranteed to get them or it's harder to get them and stuff like that. No one likes that. The Noctis banner, go away, stay away please. Stay as far away as possible from that garbage. Anyways guys, definitely a thumbs up for me. I don't know what else I can say. I'll be trying to get him, of course. There'll be a pull video, I think on the same day honestly, because I've got something big planned for Friday. For you guys that like Squall, there's gonna be a showcase for that on Friday, I'm pretty sure. So I've got to make room for that on Friday. So polls will definitely probably be on the same day. So maybe, I don't know, if you want to see some Word of Life polls, subscribe for that. If you're already subscribed, be excited for some wall polls, I guess. Anyways, I think that's about it, guys. If you guys have any further questions or maybe something I missed, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below, but I think I've covered everything. Oh, and the main unfortunate thing is chaining is still like Divine Ruination, so which kind of sucks, but you don't really use that for the chaining, you use it for the 100% Lightning Barrel, which I've used quite a bit actually. Anyways guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. All's good. XD.